Chapter 20. No title, but the next one does have one, if I recall correctly. It's been a couple of days since we went to find somewhere where the performance could be held. That's a really weird way to say that. I think. Weren't you just venue shopping? Because if you think about it, it's been a couple of days since we went to find someplace where the performance could be held. Why not to hold... whatever. I just feel like it's clumsy, and I'm just being a little pissy person about it. And despite our great success in not finding one, not one, but two places who were willing. Oh man, I thought you were sarcastic. There's ultimately only a singular band. They can't do multiple performances over multiple days. That's absurd. Everyone knows that the best way to live your life is to apply for one job at a time. It doesn't matter if they ask for 20, return interviews over 6 months. You don't apply to anyone else. It's only polite. After a bit of deliberation, it was settled that they would play a Dino Mo's, which was run by a close friend of the Aarons that I also knew, Great Uncle Mo. I find it fascinating that we went through all that and then went to a whole venue just to not do anything with it. I imagine it's going to come back later, but it's just like, come on. Like, Amber already feels tangentially related to the plot, given that she's inhabited by two characters of far greater power and seeming importance than her. She's not that involved in the main plot, and now it's like, oh, Amber, you did something? Who cares? It's a bit of a bummer that we didn't go with Misty's place, but I also wouldn't have been able to not choose Mo. It came down to a vote, as the band likes to do, and considering Dynamo's reputation around town, only I voted for Night Sparrow. Man, you voted against your mom and dad? You're gonna be so grounded in 15 years' time. As lunchtime is ongoing, Sienna and I find ourselves having lunch. It's such an odd situation you have to call that. However, for the past few days, I've been talking her into going to hang out with the band in the auditorium, seeing as how she's already hung out with Fang and Anon during outing. I mean, I feel like Fang and Anon are like the least difficult people to get used to, because Reed's someone you kind of have to, I mean, he's chill, but for someone like Sienna, it might be a bit weird. And Trish is just like a wall for asocial people. It would seem that today is the day that my efforts pay off, and she tiredly accepts, which is why we now find ourselves walking towards the gang's hangout spot. As we open the doors, the band turns and greets us, with Anon and Fang welcoming Sienna. The sight of mostly familiar people is enough to help it ease up. While it is nice to see Sienna getting along with the others, considering how she likes to keep to herself, it makes me notice that we're missing someone. Hey, where's Trish? I don't know, man. She didn't come to school today? Hasn't answered any of my calls. I'm sure she's fine. It's not bad, Apple. She's not gonna try to shoot someone and then kill herself. Man, I really need to stop taking those mushrooms. They're way worse than the carf. Even as Reed said that in his usual slurred tone, he knows Trish best, so if he's not worried, there's no point in me worrying. With that matter out of the way, things go like normal, go as usual, as we eat and talk. I mean, I guess then you're doing double as. Mostly about the upcoming performance. At the mention of it, Fang can't help but get noticeably eager. And a nice smile at their excitement, since it is quite uncommon to see them this excited. We chat about the event, Sienna sticking close to my side, occasionally joining in the conversation. She's being awfully clingy right now, why is that? Honestly, Amber, your obliviousness would be adorable if it wasn't the kind of obliviousness that feels a little out of place. Her whole thing is like trying to figure this whole thing out. I mean, admittedly, she is like basically getting held by the hand by two immortal beings, which is quite a lot of attention for one little 15-year-old. Let's chat about the event. Okay, observing her interactions for a bit. Why can't you just observe her actions? Why do they have to be interactions? She seems to be mainly responding to Anon, often falling for his goading. Anon's already being a little goaty bastard? Dang. Ah, it's about the trusting from before, isn't it? Seeing as how Anon hasn't noticed that Sienna's indirectly challenging him, and honestly having fun messing with her in good spirits, I decide to leave them be. It's a long sentence. What am I going to do with the two of you? I swear, I'm 15 years old, and suddenly I'm saying stuff like I'm older. Also, that's my fucking dad, who is also 3 years older than me in this timeline. I mean, Anon's a bit of a man-child. Let's not pretend that Anon's the most mature man around at the beginning of Snoot game, but it is a little odd to be saying that about him. Also about Sienna, who is technically older by the time you were born. The lively atmosphere continues up until a ringtone is heard. From the sound of it, it's Fangs, as they take out their phone. Hey, Trish. We all turn to them as they answer the call. Hey, Trish, you alright? We're all quiet, allowing Fang to talk on the phone without interruptions. Gosh. How polite. Even Anna doesn't have anything to say? I feel like he'd be like, ugh, great. Oh, brother. At first, Fang's expression is one of relief, having come into contact with her. But after a while, it's such a change of confusion. Man, I'm so glad that you didn't say to a confused expression, because, man, I'm so sick of people that don't understand that you can just omit nouns. Just like in Spanish, you can omit the subject of a sentence, the pronoun at least, by virtue of how the verb is conjugated. You can sometimes just not include a noun, because it is implied by repetition. Trish, calm down. I can't understand you if you talk that fast. Hearing Fang is part of the exchange. Man, it's so annoying when you can only hear one part of it. I can't help but worry. What's going on? Shouldn't the reader be thinking that? Why are you telling the reader how to feel? It seems that I'm not the only one, as Anon and Reed have gotten serious. Fang is now pacing around in circles, with confusion slowly giving way to disbelief. The tension reaches its peak as they crowd indignantly. But we can't cancel the show, Trish. We just can't. I already gave Mo the $5,000 down payment. What the hell? I don't know why this friend of the family is asking us for half of $10K, but I guess Mo's just a real savvy businessman. It's the whole budget for Nasser's car to get fixed. Stole it out of his piggy bank. Just a whole crumpled up smattering of $5,000. Oh. I love the idea of they don't even smash it. They just take the whole piggy bank to Mo, and he's like, yeah, that's enough. That's probably fine. What? Reed, Anon, and I look at each other in panic. I feel like Anon would be a bit eh. I feel like Anon would mostly get upset because of Fang. Although, he did have a nice dinner there. He did see Mo. I guess he would be a bit more, like, mature about it. But on the other hand, I feel like he'd mostly get mad. He'd be like, of course Trish sets us up. Reed is sobered up just from hearing Fang's outburst, and Anon's frown gets deeper. The sudden shift in mood has also made Sienna stick close to me now. That's mostly because Sienna's with people she doesn't know. She's just like, what's going on? Is this normal? Should I say something? Fang continues to listen in on Trish on the phone, their wings flaring up in anger. It's a starburst. Eventually, they end the call abruptly as they let out a furious roar. Roar! XD! Before we can even say anything, they start kicking the wall repeatedly. That's not a car, Fang. You can't just kick that. Fuck! Fang, calm down! Anon rushes over to their side and grabs them by the shoulder. They turn around. They swiftly grab him by his lapels. Nobody ever grabs anyone by their shirt in my world. It is always the lapels. It is perfect. Oh. God. I mean, Anon does have lapels, okay? His jacket has lapels. Technically, you can grasp him by the lapels. Man, since when the hell do I have this many viewers? Who are you people? Get out of here. I only have like 2 chairs for the regulars. And then Dave shows up, or Como, and it's like, well, there goes my foresight. Ada rushes over to the side and grabs him by the shoulders, turn around, swiftly grab him by the hem of his shirt, by the collar of his shirt. Or there's just the chest, I guess. I guess chest makes sense. How the fuck am I supposed to calm down? The concert is fucking fucked! Fang, it's really bad writing to write that many swears. We're going to get demonetized / bumped up to a teen rating. They can't be. The blood drains from my face as Anon gets Fang to stop holding him by his shirt. Why does it have to be by his shirt? This implies that Fang is immediately grabbing him by something else, since it's important to detail the specifics. That's what we like to call needless detail. Actually, there's probably a fun term for, like, the fact that you've concluded a detail adds emphasis and implies things. There's probably a cool word for that. But I'm not a literary major. Maybe one day I'll be one. I'll have lots of money and I'll just do it for funsies because I'm bored. What the hell? What happened? Having let go of him, their hands clench hard enough for them to start going white. No one can just clench their fists. They have to go white. Nobody has chill or, like, an intermediary degree of anger. I think there was another fic where this was, like, especially egregious. Trish opened up the fucking stitches in her hand while practicing at home earlier and had to go to the hospital today. She was told not to play for at least 2 weeks starting today. Out! Reed and I both exclaim, "This can't be happening! What am I fighting for?" I'm left speechless as Reed flops down into his seat, perplexed. I feel like Reed would take it standing up. I feel like Reed would just be like, oh man, he kind of sag, but he wouldn't sit down. Unless he's really high right now. And he cannot handle both. A silence takes us all as we soak in the reality of the situation. Unfortunately, my soak dice are hot dog shit, so I took the full brunt of it. I don't know if it's my place to say, but can't you just play with the two of you? I turn towards the source of the voice. Wait. I don't know if it's my place to say, but can't you just play between the two of you? I turned towards the source of the voice that made the suggestion, leading me to Sienna. What a really weird way to say that. It's like you're trying to hold suspense in a way that like a comic panel can, but that's not how writing works. That's not the suspense in text. It seems that Fang does as well, but their gaze is much less friendly as they look at her with scorn. Because like the problem is you're just creating confusion and what the fuck's going on. Like, it's far more fun if it's like Sienna's the one who stands up, because then it's like, oh, then you're wondering like, what's Sienna gonna say? I did make it an hour earlier, Senator, because I'm a jerk. I'm manipulating my audience and making you feel inferior, so that when you show up, I get to go, you fools! You have disappointed me! I will now cry tears until you feel great guilt! It's okay. It seems Fang does as well. Does what? Leading you to Sienna? Walk her down the aisle, I say. But their gaze is much less friendly as they look at her with scorn. The intensity of the glare makes Sienna flinch. It's really weird how Sienna has been like super like pushy with Amber on like, hey, go run, go take a sprint. But now that like Sienna has to talk to anyone else, it's immediately bound as like Sienna made friends with Amber practically instantaneously, but Fang is like disruptive. Was busy with yet another funny bingo man adventure to roundhouse the Spanish. What the hell does that even mean? Have you considered buying an English dictionary, my good sir? The intensity of the glare makes Sienna flinch, which brings me back to my senses. I go to stand in front of her, breaking her line of sight with Fang. As much as I don't like the name Sienna, I don't know why, I just don't like the name Sienna. There's something about it that just makes me go, ugh, really, Sienna? Among all these people? But on the other hand, it's better than the Don't Bite Me, where everyone has, like, the bland names. Although I do absolutely love Laurent. Laurent! Why? Oh. I mean Lambert from what is it again? Splinter Cell. Also a great name. Lambert. Laurent. I don't know, it's just something about the L and the T creates that contrast that makes whatever's in between irrelevant. After a while of boring holes into me, Fang six. We can, but our songs will sound like shit. It'll just be like before. I feel like missing a bass isn't the worst. It won't sound great, but it won't sound terrible. The situation seemed bleak. Made even more so in my eyes as the voice echoed in my mind. What the hell does this mean? That's such a weird phrasing. Made even more so in my eyes as a voice echoed in your mind. It's two senses you're trying to glue together there, buddy.
It doesn't burn well.
Keeper, what do you mean by that? What's going on?
This curl of events did not play out originally in the time for which we... But it would seem that you being here shifted history more than I anticipated.
What are you saying? Isn't your influence supposed to stop that? I have two immortal god beings looking after me, and neither of you are good at your job! God damn it! There's a brief pause before he continues. Whenever people say there's a brief pause, I put in a brief pause so that you understand how annoying it is. When it happens too often. Cool.
Yes, maybe it's a bit for that purpose, but it was hard to predict where the hearts of mortals will lead.
Just admit you're a book nerd who doesn't know how ladies work.
It may have been influenced by... Ultimately, this outcome was brought about by Trish's...
Why are we excusing Amber?
You know, Amber, you didn't do anything. You're a precious little bean.
Thank you, Hermaeus Mora. Does this mean I can't go back anymore? I'm stuck in this bullshit timeline with my lesbian girlfriend?
I do not know.
I can feel the despair in my heart. I can feel my heart sink in despair and tears begin to form in my eyes. No! Mom! Dad! Savardo! Before I could fully fall in, another voice called in my mind. Both of you. You're jumping to conclusions rather hastily and needlessly throwing yourself in disarray. That's my word of the day. Flutters my lashes at you. Milady? It's Melody, please. The fate that we now seek is still attainable. It has not been closed off to us. Wait, who's saying this? As far as I can still see it. But to reach it, we must know, Keeper. What was the original outcome of the performance? I can't risk
I can't risk Amber knowing.
Bitch, Amber is literally from a future past that performance. Wouldn't her parents maybe have mentioned it? Wouldn't this never have come up when she was with fucking Mo? Why can't Amber know her own goddamn future?
I just feel like it's a really weird secret to keep. Ah, yes, Amber, you come from the future in which this has already happened, but you can't know it. Did Amber just never talk to anyone in her life? Did no one ever reminisce on the past? I mean, Anon I can kind of see, but he would probably be like, ah, my life was terrible, and then I met your mom. But like, shouldn't Mo have brought it up? I feel like Mo is the kind of person, oh, you should have seen Lucy when she did a big performance out here in the restaurant. That's when I knew she had it in her, you know. It's such a weird thing to keep a secret. It's like if I went back in the past and someone was like, you cannot know the name of your grandmother's many, many sausage dogs. And I'm like, bitch, I know all of them. She told me. I didn't even care. She just brought it up. Considering the future is very much imbalanced, now is not the time to be withholding information from us. We're all in this together, so out with it. Please keep on begging you, there has to be a way. I can get you a shiny book. He lets out an audible Why is the Keeper being sassy now?
The band performs to great success in the event despite draws and close, particularly in the effect. Basically, they just start making out like crazy. I didn't want to tell them because of a secret, but because I don't want this girl to know just how much they started making out and hugging them. Like, oh, it's so gross. You're too young for this, Amber.
So the concert is an important moment in Mom and Dad's relationship? What can we do to make it happen? Isn't that obvious, child? The band need only perform. I like to imagine the middle he's doing this when she's like pinching Amber's cheeks and pulling them apart. But how? Trish can. Since this divergence came about with you being here, it would only make sense that you would fix it. Therefore, you must play. So Amber is not only not responsible for the timeline changing, but she is the one who has to fix it. So it's like, Amber, you have to fix your parents' feet. I mean, really, it's kind of like something that the story needed, but it's really weird how they're bringing it forward. It's just a really odd thing to do like this. It makes more sense if like, she's more directly responsible for it, and it feels more like, yeah, this is kind of your fault, you should fix it. Instead, it's like, no, it's Trish's problem, technically. And you're just like an innocent victim, which is so weird. Why are they excusing her responsibility? It just undermines the whole concept of the scene.
What is saying, devil? That would also greatly risk and impact history. I cannot allow this. I would much prefer that everything goes to absolute fucking hell than potentially risk fixing things.
Yet, it is the only option. There is no one else with the musical proficiency required to learn the songs they will perform. That's when I glitch out and I break. Melody and Kipper answer a back and forth for what to do. But deep down, I know it already. I can feel it in my soul. There is no better alternative available to us right now than having me play in Trish's place. I'll do it. Between dying and horribly being torn apart by the time stream and maybe giving a concert, I know exactly which choice to take. And then it switches to her going, ah!
You can't. I have money on this bet that Trish would win.
Silence, Keeper. She's made her choice, and we must respect it. This truly is an all or nothing, you know this. Honestly, I want to know why the fuck this is even up for discussion. Either shit goes to hell or she tries. I honestly don't see why it's any... Like, why is it worse if Amber gets involved? Is it the paradox? Because if it's the paradox stuff, then just mention the paradox stuff. Be like, Amber, listen. The more you fix things, right, the more you become this glue that keeps things together, the more the paradoxical energies start building up. And it wakes up the sleepers, and you get sent to another dimension as a madman. All that is left is to act. Go! Right. Exiting the conversation with two, I walk towards Fang, still visibly distressed. It's been like 15 minutes, and I've just been kind of standing there like a gormless fool. My gorms, they're gone! Now face to face with them, just like before when the band doubted my skills. With determination in my heart, I made my declaration of independence. I am seceding from the United States. I'll do it. I'll take Trish's place. Fang locks eyes with me, with everyone else looking my way. Between playing without Trish and playing with Amber, man, what a weird set of circumstances. Would it really be that bad without Trish? Like, Trish isn't even implied to be that talented. Like, Reed is implied to be smart and knows what he's doing, and Fang is a musical prodigy. But, like, have Trish's base skills ever been that fantastical? As a moment of silence, as Fang sizes me up at the resolve, but with seeing the resolve in my eyes once again, they ask me a simple question in the most serious tone I've ever heard them ask. Are you sure? This is the point of no return. Make sure that you have everything you want before we continue. Of course. Upon receiving my answer, Fang closes their eyes, falling into thought. After a moment of thinking. It's a lot of moments, by the way. They look once again at me, but now with a confident smile. All right, but if this is how it's going to be, then we need to get up to speed. With those words, the tension in the air immediately disappeared like the snap of a finger. Everyone besides Fang and I let us relieve sighs. There's two other people. Yeah, there's Anon. No, there's Anon, Reed, and Sienna. I guess that's 3 people. I guess that's everyone. Ugh. So where did they take Laban? They're going to Moe's. They're going to Moe's. The hospital thing immediately got shit canned. Like the only person who voted for the Night Sparrow was Amber, which is really weird when you think about it. Even she's like, no, even I would vote for Mo, but I still voted for. It's so weird. Why couldn't it be Sienna? It could be like, no, Sienna, we don't care. Even I couldn't help letting my shoulders slump, knowing that I managed to set things in the right direction, even though the differences can't be helped. Wait, Amber, listen up. Starting today what is after school? We're going to practice like mad in time. Get this Goodbye Volcano High plot fucking element out of here. And Goodbye Volcano High also has this element of like, listen, we have to practice this song. We have like a week. Why are we copying that plot beat? Am I clear? Fang is quick to take charge, but I don't mind. I mean, it kind of works for Fang to take charge since he wants to be a teacher and there's a degree of like leadership in that, but it feels really weird to have Fang take the leadership role when that has primarily been Trish. I'm just saying. The both of us express our agreements to the plan, with Reed welcoming me aboard the band. The band. He and Fang didn't waste any time in giving me the rundown the best they could without instruments in hand. Amidst our talk, Anna calls out, "You got?
You guys got this. If you need anything, just ask. I'll help out whatever."
Sienna, seeing as how Anna offered his help, also jumped to provide her support. Did she really only have to say that she'd help me, though? We're all in this together. Stop saying it like that. That statement makes way more sense if you try to recontextualize the story as like the timeline falling apart is destructive to multiple people. Like, I'm not even sure what happens if things get that disrupted. Like, is Amber going to die? Is she going to explode? Are people near her going to suffer? Is it just Amber? Because if it's just Amber, I'm like, it's a lot of work. I'm just saying, Amber, you might be my future daughter, but that's a lot of work. I'd rather go to bed. Like, I haven't even had you yet. Why would I feel parentally protective about you at this point? All right. Dude, I forgot the song is from Bonnie. Chalk Zone. And so the days of strenuous practice began as I rushed to get used to the bass as well as learning the songs the band was due to play. It wasn't necessarily a struggle, just a slow start, but Fang was awfully patient with me as I got warmed up. After the first day of practice, Trish joined her but was relegated only to giving me pointers. As she did, however, I noticed a stiffness to her that threw me off multiple times, almost as if she was holding something back. Yeah, probably the part where her hand hurts. The stitches came out. I did ask her if something was wrong, but she didn't tell me anything. Just to focus on getting the songs down pat. What's up with that? Does she feel guilty that I had to take a bot? No, she's probably pissed off that you're like gonna take all of her fame and reputation and it's gonna be like, it's Amber and the band! Because everyone forgot about Fang, even though she's the talented one and the singer and everything. But, everyone only really cares about Amber. Regardless, by the day before the event. Why would anyone care about Fang when you've got Amber, the daughter of Fang? Logically, she inherits all the fame and popularity. Regardless, by the day before the event, we managed to go through the songs at a level Fang was satisfied with showcasing. With the final practice session, Fang's eagerness for the concert finally returned. Man, thank you. And since I was now part of the band, my excitement also could not be contained. I will not be contained. You know that one shitty movie about students in a class just spontaneously combusting classes to arrhythmias for some reason? That Amber, ugh. Amber, did you have to ruin test day by blowing up on everyone? Ugh. Gross! Now's the day we've been waiting for, as we arrive at Dynamo's and start setting everything up. Removing tables to preparing the stage and the mosh pit, the restaurant was busy with the band and their helpers around. Rose and Stella were part of those helpers, but not Sienna. She mentioned me earlier that she had to do something early today, but that she would make it right before the concert was about to start. Right now, I found myself carrying out some boxes Mo told me to take to the side exit. Thankfully, they were rather light, so I could take them all in one go. Pushing the exit open with my back, I set them down in the alley. With that done, I started going back inside, but before I could, I heard a whisper that catches my attention. Psst, Amber, wait! Turning to the source, I spot Nasser hiding behind a dumpster. Nasser, we know that you have a trash taste in women, but it doesn't mean you have to dig through the trash to get them. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. Hey! Nasser, what are you doing? Why are you hiding? Why are you covered in pasta sauce? Mo threw some up. Listen. He steps out and looks around, makes sure the clothes clear. I came by because I wanted to see you guys play. Anon told me that the band was doing much better lately, and I got curious, I mean, I've always been interested in the band, but... Can't you just go through the front entrance? I can't. If Fang saw me, she'd flip out and tell me to get lost. Which is why I was hoping to sneak in through here, but it's locked from the outside. So I've been waiting here to see if anybody came out this way. I can definitely see Fang doing that to him, so sorry is warranted. I mean, she already has done that before. So. Seeing Nasser was doing whatever he could to watch his family perform, and actually extended a helping hand. Alright, I'll help you, but you have to keep quiet and stay low, as much as you can with your wings. That's racist, Amber. You can't just say that to me. No, I mean, like, they literally are part of, like, your identifiable silhouette. I can't believe it. You're saying that I'm designed like a Team Fortress 2 character? With a recognizable silhouette from any distance? Alright, thanks. Nasa comes up next to me, and I peek through the slightly ajar door. Alright, looks the coast is clear, but where are you even going to hide? There's a small closet where Uncle Mo keeps stuff he doesn't use. Why that in? Why not just say it's a small closet where Uncle Mo keeps the stuff that he doesn't use? Why do you have to add the in? It's a straight shot from this door. I mean, even if it's, like, grammatically correct, that's not how people speak. So just give me the signal and I'll dash over quietly. Acknowledging what Nasser intends to do, I go back inside and make sure the rowdies is going to take us safe. What's this metal gear-ass bananas? Alright, looks good. From where I stand guard, I give Nasser a thumbs up, which he takes as his cue to come in. He wasn't joking to say we'd dash over quickly. That's 5 seconds pass and he reaches the back room and gets inside. Give me a thumbs up before closing the door. All that excitement over, all that's left for him and me is for the concert to start. Still 30 minutes before we start, but we did it. It's nearly showtime. It's showtime! I wander around the restaurant, taking in the atmosphere. The band is happily chatting away, but looking around, I don't see Anon anywhere. Where's this other guy gonna go? Where the hell did he go? Curiosity got the better of me, and I started looking around for him, eventually leading me to the restaurant's storage room, where I could make out Stella talking to someone. Upright strength. There's nothing for you to worry about, Anon.
What does that mean? What's that supposed to mean? Nah. What is that supposed to mean?
Enter the room proper. Hey guys, having fun back here? They turn towards me and acknowledge my arrival. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. I love to be acknowledged.
I guess. Stella wanted me to draw another one of the cards. I don't know what it means, though.
The meaning of the cards is up to interpretation. I won't provide a service of the reading. Oh, wait, that's she's saying that. Sorry. My brain switched the quote upwards.
The meaning of the cards is up to the interpretation. I won't provide the service of the reading.
Why are you saying it like that? Why does everyone talk like a little weird? Stella states proudly she puffs up her chest. Given if her insides have been mostly accurate. Goes to show that she knows what she's talking about, even if she's used and heard about it. I mean, admittedly, Amber has literally seen magical time-freezing ghosts and vampire ladies. I think that for her to imagine that Stella can actually see the future is, like, not that far off. I don't want to know how low Amber's sanity points are at this point, though. Bitch is crazy.
So, if Amber and I were to draw the same card, the meeting would be different.
Right. Everyone is their own person, living different experiences. Oh, on that note, why don't you draw another card, Amber? I promise it won't scare you this time. I just have a knife.
Stella puts on her most happy smile and hopes that I would give in, and unfortunately, it works.
Fine.
I reach out my hand, and she fans out the cards in front of me. Picking one around, I turn around and says, "It's the Wheel of Fortune!" And then chance time starts with... Hold on. You know what? We're just going to put on chance time instead. Dun 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 dun. Hold on, I need to find the stupid video. Listen, I don't want someone's fucking... yeah, here we go, chance time. It's not the same without the blocks, though. With the little puppet. No, I'm taking a Mario Party 1, then. Have I taken a chance time for the first one? Man, I don't even know. There we go. It's the upright Wheel of Fortune! The revelation of the card makes Stella's eyes gleam as her face lights up with joy.
Oh, this is great. You're both doing so well. Great things in store for both of you. Be proud.
Seeing her reaction, and considering that I'm about to lose 2 stars to this jackass Wario, I was feeling a little fuzzy. I did do the right thing after all. I mean, well, I guess at least the AI isn't gonna win. A warm smile grows on my face, which makes Anna look at me questioningly.
You're not weirded out by these things.
No, I seem to have grown quite fond of them.
Mans and Brum started to clasp her hands together and give me a warm smile.
I'm glad you think so. I'm happy to have helped you out, Amber.
Oh, this is a terrible loop. Ew. Thanks for that shaping. I would have been dood alone. If I didn't have my good friends telling me I suck ass, I would have never been ass as fuck. One thing is to say, the Delago fight, Big Fish is ass. You know, I always think about that Big Fish. It's very large. See if to interrupt the moment, Fan called out to me from the dining area. "Hey, Amber, you got company." Who could it be? Leaving Anon and Stella in the storage room, I go back out in the front to see who's there. Getting there, I see the man next to the familiar-looking Micro-Raptor. Once I realize who it is, I make my way over. Misty? Oh, god damn it. It's another OC. We don't need more lesbians kissing. I think 2 is enough for this story. Gosh. They might have orange. Gosh. Stuff's really kind of murder on my throat because some of these involve a lot of like pinching, you know, clenching the throat to produce certain types of nuts, and that just, ugh. I need more practice. I need more reason to put my hands together, or whatever the hell. Sorry, just taking a moment to clear my throat. I mean, I'm still pretty pissed off that like I didn't get my Saturday game going, and the Friday game was kind of bad. It was mostly disappointing, I'd say. Man, that could have gone so much better. Unfortunately, due to the exact circumstances, low energy, and we mostly just spent time fucking around, and I didn't have anything to do. My character could not meaningfully contribute to the scene, which is like, cool. I show up to the damn game, and what do I get to do? Nothing. I have nothing to contribute, nothing to add. I might as well have gone home, put my head down. I'm just saying. With the satire rats. Yeah, I was also thinking Sage. Sage makes way more sense. Like, Sage knows Fang. Like, there's no reason for Sage not to show up in your fanfic. Especially if history's already changing. Anyway, it's Misty from the bar who came over in spite of the fact that she was told, hey, we're gonna have a band perform, and then they don't. I, Amber, didn't think you didn't think just because the show is being held somewhere else that would miss it. I'd like to point out that her bar is open right now, so she just closed her goddamn bar on a decent night for what? To see a band from a person she met like 10 minutes ago?
Of course not. I'm happy you could make it.
I'm going to miss you, and then introduce us to the band as the one who.
As well as the one who offered to host us.
Just hearing they won't too quickly. Oh wait. Oh no, you introduced her to the band as the one who offered to host us. Oh man, what a... Just hearing that they warmed up to her quickly, glad that she had given them a chance, even if they didn't take her up on it. It was then that I noticed she had 2 large coolers with it. Oh man, oh my god. So, she shows up to someone else's restaurant and starts selling her, like, signature dish? I can't imagine that's like, she can just legally do that without Mo having something to say about it. It's just, what kind of dick move is that? Without hesitation, I pulled out some money, hands her. Where's Garrett, please? After we made her first sale, she hands me her food. I take a bite and savor it. So good. I mean, apparently most pterodons were, in fact, what's it called? Fish eaters, or insects, too. Probably shellfish, too. Fang and Rita looking at me enviously. Split on whatever to buy one or ask me for a taste. I should decide quickly, though. It won't be long before there's nothing left. Before they could say or do anything, a roar erupted from inside the kitchen. Oi! What's that smell? It's good knowing you, Misty, because selling stuff at Dynamos gets you to sleep with the fishes. I mean, she likes fish. She sells it. I imagine that, if anything, it's a lovely learning experience for her. What's that smell? Leave it to the carnival to sniff out delicious meat a mile away. What you 2 kids doing over here? See my uneaten grilled lamprey Huey snatched me. Hey, that's mine. Hey, that's mine. I buy you as another lady, Amby. I just want to taste it real quick. In a swift motion, he runs the skewer through his mouth, eating it all in one bite, like a fucking cartoon character. He chews around a bit before swallowing, seeming to get a grip on the flavor. Hey, this ain't that bad. Where'd you get it? What the hell are you doing selling seafood in my Italian restaurant, though? Thank you, Misty. What the fuck is going on? Why is everyone so happy about this? Can't Mo have some principles? Mr. Folds and do stuff to Mo. Oh, who's the owner of the Easter local place down by me? Shouldn't that be uppercase since its main street is in a proper noun name? Who's got a lot of guts going over to my restaurant and selling your food, girly? Even though it looked like Mo's about to get confrontational. Misty stays calm, which just makes him let out a hearty laugh. I like your moxie, girlie, since your name was Misty, yeah? Oh, if you finished that stuff here, you just help us ease the workload from the shindig the kids are having. He would not say that to anyone else. He'd be pissed off that she's eating into his profits. Having given Misty permission, he hands me the money owed for the skewer raid and goes back to the kitchen. Oh, sure, we got competition on the house tonight. We're making the best pizzas these people ever see. There better be the pizza and the pasta and the pizza pasta, all right. With everything set, the patrons start to arrive, so the band and I start getting ready to play once the time comes. Reed and I want one final check on the instruments on stage. From here, I spot Anon and Fang talking to each other, with Fang looking nervous. Nothing to worry about, we got this. Anon and I seem to be thinking the same thing. Just when whatever they just said makes Fang calm down. Do you mean him? Are we talking about Anon? Because Anon's pronouns are very much known as a person. You don't have to use the third person, like singular like that, my man. Unless you mean about what they said as a couple, which is really weird because that's usually not what cheers people up. It's more what Anon says, if anything. The sight of the 2 of them growing closer makes me smile in turn. It's not long before John enjoys us, fully motivated. The morale is there, and the flesh is willing. Looking out over the crowd, there's a space there. I see Trish sitting at the table that's lined with firm drama merch, reaching out to attendees and talking them into buying stuff. How do you not have a reputation around town? Only a couple of minutes before we start, I also noticed Sienna enter with everyone else, taking a spot in the crowd. One glance towards the kitchen, and I could see a bit of Nasa behind the cover, waiting for us to start. Nasa, for fuck's sake, don't spit in the food, okay? Taking up our instruments, it was time for us to start. Fang, reach out to the crowd. That's at the beginning of the concert. Are you ready to rock Pittsburgh? Fang, we're still in Fel Caldera. We're not even on the East Coast, man. 1 hour of music ensued. I measured it. We are not doing multiple hours. I have to be home and in bed by 10. With the three of us doing our best, the restaurant was lively as people danced, listened, and ate. Even as we played non-stop, our hands did not stop. I have arthritis and Parkinson's now. We're all similarly enthralled by the atmosphere to even think about taking a break. That's not healthy. You gotta take a break. Listen to your body. Brooklyn. Okay, so we're not in Pittsburgh. No. Welcome, Brooklyn! We're not there either, Fang. We're in Vocaldera. We're in Trudon. Come on! Now that we knew him, as time flew by, almost impossibly so. Bitch, you literally traveled through time. What do you mean? We were just finishing one last song we had planned for tonight, but I noticed it was already over. Hitting the final note on the song, we all held our poses as silence took hold of us. Man, that's such a weird thing. Also, I know Denver got his moment to mess with the cables, but I guess that's not something that she's there for. I really don't know how to feel about the fact that Amber, who's apparently musically trained enough to be good with instruments, is like, we're almost there? Wow. I mean, I guess she's never played a set, but whatever. All three of us are sweating and breathing hard. Amidst the quiet, several individuals start to come from various directions. Look around, they come from Enon, Sienna, and Misty. Misty, you should be booing so that you can sell these skewers to throw at them. The crowd follows suit with an applause of their own, with that turning into cheers and an uproar. Three of us glance at each other, smiles on our faces, and then we turn to the crowd and wave at them. Hi! To top it all, Fang gives unraveled secrets on their fretboard. Ooh, thank you, little Trudon! Whoa, thank you, little Trudon. The crowd erupts to the cheers once more, satisfied with our performance. With our performance over, I look to the kitchen where I once again see Nasser, but this time he's clapping. And even if he can't hear him, at least having to give a thumbs up in a direction before having to exit the side. I'm glad he enjoyed it. Oh, wait, no. Oh, even if we can't hear him. I mean, what do you mean? He's part of the audience. You might not be able to hear his individual, part of it, but he's in there. Somewhere. Are we here just to suffer? My pancreas! Time passes as the attendees leave the premises, leaving behind a mess to clean up. Made inevitable by the fact that Mo asked us to. Before I join in helping out, I see Misty off. It was a great show, Amber, blah, blah, blah. I can't help but seeing later. Thanks for coming. It was my pleasure. Couldn't beat the house on the turf wood. Oh. Something more than that. Jesus fucking Christ. She showed up with a box of lamprey. She doesn't have a kitchen. How would she ever sell more than him? Does she have like a van outside? With that, she leaves, dragging the two coolers along with her. I go back into the restaurant where every one of my friends seems to have gathered in the storage room. Almost everyone. Santa Rosa had to leave due to Stella suffering an unfortunate circumstance. You know what? I never get to use this fucking song. I never get to use this song. The post-concert excitement dies out as we clean up as best as we can, with Sienna helping out for the most part. Good job up there, Amber. You did great for having to put up at such a short notice. Oh, it was nothing. This isn't really that different from guitar, but it was a definitely novel experience for me. With that said, did you enjoy the show? I shoot an expectant smile her way. Yeah, you were why is this on Sienna's line? Put this up here or in between. Come on. Yeah, you were awesome up there. It's the first time I've been to a concert, but I would definitely come to the next one. Not just because I was playing right. You did watch the rest of them play. I was just covering for Trisha after all. Are you a lesbian? A what? A lesbians? What are you trying to say? Girls! It's stupid meme. I love it. She pauses for a second. I don't know if that's the case. This girl is really making decisions based on whatever I'm involved or not. Amber, you come from like 20 years in the future. Have they killed all the gays? Like, surely by the time you're 15 years old, someone like you is at least exposed to the concept by this point. Otherwise, you would not be very understanding of Fang's non-binaryism. I sigh. Sienna, I know I'm your friend and all, but you have to open up to others. It's really weird that you're just friends with me. Like I'm your fucking imprinted duck mother, and everyone else can just go fuck themselves. It's really weird how specific you are about this. That's the reason I talked you into tagging out with the rest of the crew. Yeah, but no buts. Giggity. Sienna visibly deflates. Slowly but surely you get along with them. Maybe it's not as much as you do with me, but what matters is that they'll be there for you, and you for them, for when I fucking die and go back to the space future. In space. You know, they might say otherwise now, but in the future, capitalism finally makes it to space, Sienna. They can no longer flee from us. Ooh, the Red Scare. Sticking off my words, taking a deep breath. Yeah, right. I'll try to get to know him better. That's the spirit. Now come, there's still stuff to clean. But please, you can stop cleaning me as hard as she is from now on. Going back to cleaning the restaurant starts going back to how it was originally. With the last of the table sets, our work ends. All of us end up converging in the storage room, again, with Sienna and I being the last to arrive. From the sounds of it, the conversation taking place about Anon. Now I want to hear this. What you guys talking about? Anon is the first to react to our arrival.
Oh, yeah, but just school stuff.
Like what? He seems hesitant to answer, but Trish clarifies they were talking about his time at the old school. Now, why do you know so little about your fucking parents, man? Like, Amber's such a polite, sweet girl, and, like, no one brought this up? Not even Samantha? Like, you seem to be on good terms with Samantha in the future. Like, why has Samantha never brought this shit up? She seems like the kind of person to gush over how her daughter met her husband. I don't know. Trust me, you don't want to know. It's complicated. It's family stuff. Well, I see, that's fine then. I'm not one to pry. I'm also in the same boat. Sienna and I are the only ones in storage, but Mo also bursts in. Here's the stars of the night. Great job on the shows, you punks. I just knew little Lucy and little Lucy could pull off this stunt. Littler Lucy? Just because I'm her daughter doesn't mean you can call me that. I smile wearily at how Mo referred to me. Fan covers herself with the wings of embarrassment. Unfortunately, I got some late nights, miss. I got myself a late night visitor. Well, so this is what I'm gonna have you do the leaves. Being shown out of the restaurant by Mo, all of us are now walking together on the sidewalk. We take this chance to keep talking about the concert in full as we head home. They're walking through the streets. All of us were shining like stars that night. Holy shit, you're actually using some metaphors. Damn. Tonight was our night, and we made the best it could have been. Surely the future's been made thanks to our efforts, meaning I can go back to living how I have been. That was my thoughts at the time, but it was a moment that I failed to notice one star was dimmer than the rest of us, growing even more resentful. It's Trish. It's fucking Trish. Who the fuck else is it going to be but Trish? If it's not Trish, I'm deep frying my fingies. Because it's always fucking Trish. You've changed the future. No, it's Trish. You haven't changed shit. I can't believe it. I live in an alternate fucked up timeline. So who's bullying who? You know, Trish is bullying Fang. Well, that's a solo. Ugh.